So, I've actually done the right thing this time. Made sure I didn't all crash out before I started. So we have you guys there, we have you guys here, and we are going to try and continue what we were doing last time, which is working on this Rom Hack. Those of you who've been following the videos, you will notice we're actually much further ahead than we were. I've actually, so what today came out, we had, the hidden base was today. I've actually been working on getting ahead of the game. So anyone watching this who hasn't seen those, orders for the videos, but I'll go into more details there on it. I have been adding in a lot more the general feel of the game. So we have got, I'm going to start working on here at some point, a rival's house. I haven't got that yet. I've added some blockers so you can't go in. We've also added a few little just fun texts. And this trigger here. This trigger and this notebook will be used for configs. So you'll be able to manipulate the game however you see fit. At the moment it's just, do you want level caps or not? And if you don't go to the book at the start, you come to this trigger point and then you'll be able to, it'll pop up and say, oh, do you want to play level caps? And we'll do some other things with it later. The bonus from that as well is when we do speed run, have some like speed run leaderboards, we're not going to be counting until we actually leave this room. We've added these item ball. Item ball has 5 Pokeballs just to get you started, so you're actually playing a bit better. So that's all a bit nice. I realised in the video I actually didn't have the slot to go into the old lake. That's been added now. So in the original route, it's blocked off until you get enough of your badges, but you can go down there. We got the couple of Pokeballs which I've added in, and the first few trainers are now here. So all looking good. I can't remember if I actually got the text for this guy. The fisherman. Yes, I did. Okay. So, all of that. I fixed a bit of the other things. Hey, Sho, how you doing, bud? Hope you just got home. Well, I hope you're having a good meal now. You got anything good planned for the evening? Now you're home and it's the weekend, so you don't have to worry about work. What else have I done? Yeah, so I fixed all of these bits. We've got the signs going. We have new this guy. This will be the first quest. Hey, Jesus, how you been, bud? It has been a long time. I've been really struggling lately to get back into streaming. When over the summer it gets so hot that I don't tend to. Yeah, I'm gonna try and at least do once a week now, assuming I wouldn't rather spend time with my wife. But yeah, how have you been, Jesus? Just sort of working out the next parts to do. So I've just been working on tidying up a lot of the earlier routes, making it a bit more playable. The demo, actually, let's put a thing on for it. There it is. Oh, it's not going to let me. I'm going to do the first video. Will it be playable on Android? Yes. Any emulator that runs Game Boy Advance games will be able to play this. It is an actual ROM, so it will run off of the Game Boy Advance hardware. If you have one of those sort of devices, or anything that can run Game Boy Advance games, put this on and it will run fine. I'm good, looking forward to seeing how the event will going. Yeah, so obviously, this is the game I previously had. I just want to check the music level's okay. It's quite loud for me. I'm redoing what we previously had, so I'm just tidying up with my improved knowledge of ROM hacking. At the end of the stream, I will actually release this version, so it will be available to play. The demo, obviously, quite long. How long are you looking at to finish? I don't know. I spent about 6 months in the previous one and got quite far into it. Doing a map a day should take me probably a year and a half if I keep up doing it a lot. And that's the thing. I really want to just make sure I actually do it. So what my plan is to sort of smash out a lot of area and then tidy it up, and then get to the next area to extend it and then tidy it up, so you'll have sort of constant releases to really enjoy and get the most of the game. Can you create you? Yeah, I've got a few slices. I got a few spaces of trainers, so yeah, I can add you. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just doing some things here. So I'm just making a new map. Unfortunately, making a new map does not pop up on screen. It's very frustrating. But we're going to actually extend our Mahogany Hills area. Which will be like that. Okay. So we've got this new one. But first, we want to make we're going to add some trainers in. So, yep. Can you add a Skitty NPC that gives you a berry when you talk to it? Let's see. Do we have a Skitty? Yes, we do. We can do that. We can do that in a second. Also, this is the same Emerald game as I previously worked on. Yeah, but it's a fresh version of it because when I stopped doing it, there was a load of updates to the engine. So what we're doing is building it on the new engine, which comes with like follower Pokemon, all the new Pokemon, some really cool quality of life stuff. But yeah, Jay, what do you want us to do? You renamed your account. I have not renamed my account, mine, bro. I have always been Trials Versus. We've always been Trials Versus. So I'm a bit confused. Unless we've been hacked and somehow our YouTube's changed, but I can't see anything. I want a Secret Base next Pokemon League entrance. That will be a while till we do Secret Pokemon League, so I'm not going to worry about like late game things just yet. Skitty makes its noise when it talks to it. Okay, just say Skitty and drop to gift for you. Yeah, we can do that. Coco, yes, we can add. If you want to drop what trainer you want, I'll add some trainers in a moment. Where do we? I've just added this trainer here, who gives you a berry. Maybe actually we'll do one inside here. So there's like a Skitty. Let's have a hidden Skitty over here. Let's have it looking left. And we'll have, so that's nice and easy to do. So script. Mahogany Hills 1 event script, and we want it to be Skitty. We'll call it the Berry Skitty. Berry. That's quite good. Yeah, we can have it maybe like you get it early on and it will pop up in later places. So that's quite easy to do. So we want to lock the player's movement and then give the player back access. We want it to face the player. This is all popping up fine for you guys. It looks fine on my side. And then we're going to have a message box, which is going to be like Skitty. And then we'll say like, the Skitty seems to hand over a berry. Okay, and then we'll say give item. What berry should we give? Item, quite a few berries. I don't want to do too many powerful ones. We have recently had maybe because I have got this lady here who gives you all the berries. Maybe instead of her giving you berries, we can have him give you the cobber instead. So it gives you 5 copper berries. Then we want to set var Skitty. So we want to do a variable, and this variable we'll be using for the Skitty to know which position it's going to be. So it's going to be in place 1, like that. And then we want to set flag hide Skitty Mahogany Hills. This will get rid of the Skitty. This will hide it for us. But it's not going to disappear straight away. It's only going to disappear when we run away. So we're going to wrap all of this in just a quick little variable. So like if this is equal to 0, we're going to do all of this code like that. If you haven't done it, it's just going to talk to you. Nice and easily. There we go. We now have a Skitty that will give you a berry. And as we move into different places, it's going to move around the map, giving stronger berries. I love that idea. I'll take a fast up through the Flame Archive. Coco, we're before the first gym, so I'm only adding like very early gym trainers. So we can give you other stuff. What language is this? This is Pori script, which is something I've added onto the Emerald D comp, which makes it much easier to read. So there's basically a load of code but running behind it, which will convert it into this, which is what the game uses to do its thing. Sorry, that was my Discord. I forgot to turn my Discord off. So a couple of things we need to do before it actually runs. We need to go to our variables and we need to find an unused one. We got one right here, due for town state isn't actually used. You can see that by searching it. We're going to rename this to Berry Skitty State. And we're good, so I can just set this to used. And we're going to do the same with the flag. The flag actually needs to exist, so again we find an unused flag. I don't want to use those ones yet because I've actually got plans for those ones. So we'll use this one here. And we now have our kitty flag. We'll save all of these. Go back to our game. And we just need to attach the code to it like that. And we now have our skitty in game. I'll say take Charmander and Pidgey. Charmander and Pidgey sounds great. Yep. So yeah, Ben, we use Pori script, but then the game is also sort of has a load of I think C++, C#, can't remember which one off the top of my head, in the background, which is doing the more complex stuff. So if we look at the Pokemon file, Pokemon.c, you can see all of the code here. That is just all your standard C. So this gives you the information, for example, of how natures work. So if we wanted docile nature to be something completely different, we could. This is how, as we develop the game further, we'll start adding custom moves, custom items, all of that stuff. That will go there. Yeah, Coco will add you in, because I do want to add some trainers into here. So this is a video that will come out on Wednesday. Me talking about, well, I haven't actually done the recording for it, but this area. This is Route 2, and it comes down from Clayhaven. And you can either take the route across the right here, with the encounters, or you can come down and you fight the trainers. What region game is it based from? So this is a custom region, which is called Triver. It's a region I've been working on probably about 2 years now. But it's based off of Emerald, so it's the Emerald in the background, but all of the maps, and I'm using all the assets from Emerald, but I'm making custom region. What is the story of the game? Do you know where you're going with it? I have a very solid idea where I'm going with it. Thanks for the likes. Yeah, I think it's quite cool. So the general plan of this game is one, I'm a terrible writer. So if you're expecting like a big overarching story with evil people and taking over the world, that's not going to happen because I just can't write stories. I can't do dialogue. So instead of going into like one of the biggest issues I find a lot of Rom Hacks do is they have sort of cringy gameplay or cringy story, I'm avoiding that. And I want to go back into what I think is the core experience of playing a Pokemon game. And that's the exploration, the becoming the best and diving through and finding really powerful creatures. So what we've got is, let me pull up an empty map and I'll use it like paint. And I'll sort of draw out a rough idea of what I'm thinking. I need to go 100 by 100, don't I? Or was it 50 by 50? Whatever the max is. There we go. Okay, so we'll use this as my canvas. So the main idea I've got, I was going to say, Rom Hacks, I've tried the story. This is it, and I know my limitations. I'm a good coder. I'm technically very good, and that's why I do it for a job. But yeah, I'm not a writer. So you play for your strengths. So what I can do is I can make maps, and I think I can make a compelling adventure. So when you start the game, you start on one island here. You start in the middle. You'll make your way up and down. So the Triver region is made up of these sort of 3 islands. The idea of the islands is, this is the idea of the past, this is the future, and this is sort of development. This is the changing from the past to the future. So on the first island, a lot of the towns are going to be smaller. You have a lot more traditional towns where you'll have sort of a lot of ruins, and the idea where they're staying close to nature and they're not developing further than working with the Pokemon and working with what they have. The future area, it's not like futuristic, it's more like bigger cities. They're more developed in the way of using technology. So you'll have a power plant there, you'll have larger cities, you might have more connected roads. This one in between, second town area, is sort of a half and half. So you're sort of developing your way. So we've got sort of the first town here. You make your way down. Your first gym will do soon. You've got an area here of a school, and then your coastal area. This area, and then I'm also putting the Elite Four on the top. So it's very mountainous. It's flatter to the west, and as you go round here, this side is more mountainous. There's some post-game areas I'm thinking of, like called the Winged City, which is going to be tied to like Lugia and the 3 legendary birds. And the Elite Four is going to be up the top here. So the idea is you're going full circle. Over here you've got the mahogany, I think it's called the Obsidian Thicket, which is like a swampy area, which is sort of beside the volcano. And you've got sort of a large swathe of desert here. So this is your more traditional, so where it is built up, they're slowly developing as you go through. So you've got towns and stuff there. This area I haven't worked on at all yet, but I've got a rough idea. But you'll be finding legendary Pokemon. You'll be working with trainers and their own little. Think about how stories of From Software goes do their quest. That's what I want to do. Could have lore that Pokemon like giving gifts trains. And we can do loads of stuff. I think that what Pokemon are going to be in. I haven't really thought about the Pokemon. I've been sort of playing it by ear at the moment. So I'm trying to make it somewhat realistic. So if you're in a Plains area, you'll get more Plains Pokemon. I'm trying not to fill out too much. Like I want to give a decent variety. And because I'm a massive fan of Nuzlocke, there's going to be grass everywhere. Even in like towns, there's a bit of grass. So, like encounter-wise, early on, you can get some birds, you can get some Geodude, Pidgey, Abra. Get a lot more water Pokemon as you start heading up. Decent number of grass Pokemon. And Pokemon, there's going to be, I think, as you go into the forest, you can get like Pichu and stuff. Because the first gym is going to be flying type, so you're getting some rocks Pokemon, you're getting some electric Pokemon, you're getting some Pokemon to beat it. Like in this cave, you can start to see you can get a Roggenrola, which is fantastic. Yes, Mega Evolutions is in the game. I have Gigantamax as well and Terra, but I'm probably not going to use them. 100% we're going to use Mega Evolutions, and I've got a good idea on how to incorporate them. So you have plenty of options for routes, yeah. So I want you to be able to play the game how you want. I don't want it to be like, oh, I've designed it this way, but don't play it. Like there are level caps on it. Obviously, not everyone likes it, but it's going to be there. But I don't want you to be sat grinding. So once you get to a gym, it's sort of like it's a success point, and from there, once you get to a gym, your XP rates will increase up to that level cap. So you'll be able to quickly grind up, and there'll be a trainer there that will just be like, yeah, here you go, here's an item that let you grind everything up really quick. But yes, you can play Nuzlocke, and you can play it different ways. You can do speed runs, you can play it story wise, you can download it and be playing like out in the wild within a minute, which I think is quite important. Maybe have a town where the electricity stopped working, go to power station to play. That would be great for the third one. I saw an app called Hexmaniac Advance. To benefit to this program or that like simplicity. So if you want to use Hexmaniac Advance, that is really good if you have no interest or in doing in the technical things. Hexmaniac Advance, as far as I'm aware, is used for binary hacking. So you take an existing ROM, you put it in there, and it doesn't decompile it. It's sort of like you're looking at the memory points and changing it. So you can change a map, you can change text, and it'll find a new area and write to it. So you're writing directly onto the game and making changes to that like existing code. If you want something which you can do in seconds and like quickly change some maps, add some things, change some of the trainers, change some moves, it's a brilliant all-in-one tool. Really nice and easy, but it's not super powerful. I've done binary hacking in the past using other tools like Advanced Map, but I find doing this, Pori maps and the actual code, writing events like this, I find so much easier not using a tool like Hexmaniac, because you're actually doing like hex coding, which is a bit more awkward. And also, I find it so much easier to make bigger changes in decomp, because I can like add new abilities and code how I want. I can go into like the pure like code of the engine and change it how I want. Then I do work as a coder day to day, so it's something I'm able to do. Again, it's completely how you see fit on doing it. Where you learn for this? YouTube, Discord, to do coding for the game. I am a coder. I learned by reading through the code, watching stuff. Like there's a guy called Aqua who taught me like how to set it up, but that's so outdated. Like all of the events and stuff, I literally just read the documentation. You go into the documentation, it tells you everything you want. If you search an item or search a thing, you've got this events.inc, and it literally says like what you can call and how it does it. That's how I've done it. Also, I'm not showing it. So yeah, you just say, okay, do field effect sparkle, and it just tells you, yeah, this will be what you call and what it does. So I've sort of done it myself. I know how to code, so for me to learn it wasn't difficult. Yeah, no, it's okay. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm a lead developer in my job, so for me to pick up this is much easier than for someone else to pick it up, and I understand that. But I am working on some guides to show the newer version. So I've got 2 on our YouTube which show how to set up this. If people want to learn specific things, I'm happy to do videos and talk through it. But like, when I do these lives, I will talk through what I'm doing so you can see it, and all the videos you can sort of follow them through. So I try and make it accessible for people to learn. Right, we had a Charmander and a Pidgey to be added, didn't we, Coco? I'm hoping you're still here. I know I've been waffling on. Coco, what type of trainer do you want to be? A guide who's on how to make a Rom Hack is literally incredible. There are some. I find them a bit outdated, and I've tried a few in the past. And it's honestly, I say just give it a go. Like the basics are so simple, especially on this modern version. Like here, we're gonna make a new trainer. So to start a script, you just have to write script, and then you name it. So I normally name them like what's going on. So it's a battle, it's a route to trainer. I'm gonna call it, and it'll be Coco. So when we just want to do. And then it's just calling the right command. So normally you would do a lock. A lock call stops the player from being able to move. So you obviously don't want them moving around when you interact with them, so you would do a lock. And at the end you would release all. You don't need that for trainers. Other things like face player. So when you speak to someone, it will turn them around. Really simple thing to know. How legal is it to modify the game redistribute? So I cannot distribute the ROM fully. I can offer a patch. Realistically, I can't talk about it. I can't take money for it. I can't sell it. So if I sold it, obviously it becomes super illegal. But there's nothing illegal about me taking a copy of a game I own, which I do own Emerald, and ripping it and making changes to it. That is completely legal because I own it and I can change it how I see fit. If you then want to take your version of Emerald and run my patch on it, that's fine. My patch doesn't give you the game. It does it, and that's how it's sort of a grey area. But yeah, it's as long the main things are if I don't sell it, which if you ever see a ROM for sale, yeah, don't. And any of my ROMs will never be for sale, so you're fine. But yeah, that's why you still only see patches and stuff. Yeah, so Monkey, so to create a trainer, you would do trainer battle single. You need to give a name for where it will be. So I'll do trainer 2. So this is the name of the variable we're using to point to where all the details of that trainer fight are. And then when you do a trainer battle single, you need to give it what's the intro, what text does it have when it starts the fight, what text does it say when it loses, and what text does it say after battle, and then maybe some extras. So in this one, I'm just going to give it a point to it. So we're going to do route to Coco intro, route to Coco outro. And I actually have this extra command I call. So in this game, before each gym, you'll be able to fight like myself insert, and he's a tough fight, and he'll give you a decent reward from it. So every time you do a fight, it will update this little counter and do it there. Guys, loving the likes. I just went from like nothing to 100. Really good. I do appreciate it. But yeah. So, and we do that. And so yeah, it's just a little thing that just says number of checks, add 1 to it, add var. So we're just adding to this variable. This just allows us to... Oh, I actually made that var. I don't think I did. No, I didn't. So I need to find an unused var. Add that in. Again, a lot of these town ones just don't get used. So we've got that. And with that, we can then say when we get to that one, like, has the trainer... if the player's done enough fights, they'll be able to take on this tougher fight, and then you'll get a good reward. The reward is most likely to be ability patch, so you can get hidden abilities, or dream ball, which I'm going to use to get hidden abilities. Unsure yet. We'll let you guys decide. I'm in the wrong area. Where's my code? There's my code. Yeah. So once we've got that, we then need to name the oh there. So we've done that. So that's the fight, and then we need to make sure what happens when the trainer when you talk to them afterwards. So we do a route to Coco post battle. So once you've beaten the trainer, obviously you can talk to them afterwards, and this is it. Okay. Okay, Jay, appreciate it. You don't have to. See, if you want to just pop me on a second screen, I'm on YouTube and Twitch as well. You won't see me, but you'll see a bit more of the screen. And just pop me in a second screen and listen. Don't worry about hurting your fingers, but it is appreciated, especially if you've just smashed out like 1,000 in no time. But I mainly stream because it forces me to do it, and I do like getting you guys responses and ideas, especially for trainers, because I struggle to come up with so many trainers. And where we're not doing a challenge hack, we're doing a basic. Like, I want it to be playable with as many people as possible, but I don't want it to be too tough. Right, so let's make this intro text. Coco is not here anymore, so when Coco does come back, we'll ask them to say what they want to say. But if anyone else wants to be added, we're about to do an area with lots of trainers. Of course, this is early game, so keep it basic. We don't want to be dealing with like final evolutions. So we've got no text at the moment. That's fine. So then we need to go to our opponents file. Not by doing that. Opponents. This is where we defined all of the opponents that are in the game. So I'm just working down. So this way we don't have to worry about previous ones. And just to keep it safe, I'm just going to override things. But this is what I love about the modern version, which is one of the main reasons I'm rebuilding the game, is how we do trainers now. So we're going to have them as a youngster because they're not here to argue otherwise. We'll do, again, youngster, which I think is just that. Is it youngster? Yep. Youngster, music is male. And then their team was a Pidgey. And a Charmander. Unlike previous versions, it's so much easier for me to make changes here. This is in Route 2. So we'll make you level 9 and level 10. Because you're starting to get a bit of XP. There is XP all. You get it straight from the start. So like that. Obviously, if you want items, as these do. If you want to make a trainer, you can make it in Showdown. Paste it into our Discord. And I can literally just drag and drop what's used in Pokemon Showdown straight here. It's so cool. Makes it much more easier for me to add you guys in. With that, we now have Coco in. So we had a boy. What was it next? Youngster, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. We'll have you looking left. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5. So there we go. If anyone else wants to be added, just say and I'll throw you in. I've just looked up and it's just gone from like 500 to 3,000 likes. Jay, your finger must be killing you. Love Herbologist that makes all their Pokemon hold herbs. So there are no herbs in this game. But we have got this camper. So she has. She's 4 flower or grass Pokemon, and she locks this before this trainer, or this person. This person sort of gives you the Whelmer Pail, and gives you a load of berries. And this is the sister, and she's just showing you the power of berries. Add a trainer named Bao. Let's go for it. What does Bao have? What Pokemon? What's Bao like? Base game has herb shop that says, oh my god, yes there is. I think they're crap though. Item. Go to the item file. Item. Search. There we go, here we go. Herb. Because I think the herb, so you got Mirror Herb, Revival Herb, White Herb, Mental Herb, Power Herb. We could have a trainer with White Herb and Power Herb. Could be quite good. Something I want to work with, and I haven't released a video on it, but this is such a cool thing I've got. Not that one. We have a crafting menu. Riolu and Hitmonlee. I can give you Riolu, but not Hitmonlee, because Hitmonlee's far too powerful at this point in time. We are like pre-Gym 1. This is like level 10, 9 to 11. Yeah, Jay, we have a craft menu. So currently you can't do much. But yeah, you can take items and craft them into stronger items, which I'm really excited to start developing further. But we can have a black belt here, running left and right. So let's say running left and right. Was it wander left and right? Walk. Jog in place. There's a way to make a move quickly, isn't there? Riolu and Bulbasaur. We can do Riolu and Bulbasaur. What type of trainer, what type of sprite do you want to have? While I start making that. We can do battle, route to battle. I'm not going to put you here actually. I'm going to pop you into Mahogany Hills. Because I think we can make you a bit. It'd be quite cool to have you here. Why have I just got a dude there? I don't need that dude. Machop, Ace Trainer. We can have you as an Ace Trainer. So what's annoying is there are no actual Ace Trainers in Generation 3. It doesn't actually exist. Which is slightly annoying. You have Call Trainers, which is the closest thing we've got to them. And I'm going to sort of return those into it. So Riolu and Machop as an Ace Trainer. But we'll change that code to be it, and we'll have you as sort of a later area, so you'll be pretty good. Mahogany Hills. Events. Was it Battle? Mahogany. The worst thing about coding, I find, is words begin to be meaningless. When you type words over and over again, then you just lose everything about them. Right, so trainer, battle. Going to be a single or double battle? I'll put you a single for now, but obviously the option is yours. Route, no. Mahogany Hills. 1, bow. Let me do. Got to write it again. Mahogany Hills. 1, bow. Intro. So if you have an idea of what you want to say for your intro, so when the player speaks to you, what they say when they what you say when you've beaten them, or they've beaten you, and what you say afterwards. I've just realised I'm on the wrong page. One day I'll get better at actually being a streamer. But I would also say the gym that you're right outside. So we're quite close to the gym, which I was hoping to get to today, but probably won't. That's fine. The gym is a flying gym, so we can talk about how screwed you've been trying to take on the gym, which I think could fit quite well. We're still not going to do that yet. So we'll add you in. You're just going to overtake this one for now. And there we go. So your name is Bao. We have you as a cool trainer. I'm not going to work on the I think it's actually music for cool trainers. I'll work on the ace trainer stuff later. And then we wanted, what was it, a Riolu. Be what could be level 12? You have a solid Riolu and a Bulbasaur. 2 Pokemon that would be absolutely ruined by the gym. What are tools here for what ROM hacking should we conveniently use? So it's not so much tools. It's I use the decompiled emerald. So that is just all the code broken down into you can see like the scripts directly. This, what you're looking at now, is called Visual Studio Code. I've added what's called Pori scripts, a couple of sort of scripts that allow me to, or a bit of code that allows me to write these macros and convert it into something a bit more readable for me to do and what the game reads, instead of using their version, which is a bit looks like this and is a bit more difficult to read. And then I use Pori maps for the mapping. But that's it. I don't have all these other turns. You'd have like Hariyama because it looks like a Baron. Unfortunately, Hariyama at this point in time would slap the player, and I don't mean that as a pun. Rick, thank you for the follow, bud. Hello there. How you been doing? But yeah, so yeah, this is the latest version of Pori map. Not Pori maps. Is it the latest version? It's one of the modern versions, which gives such a cool version of doing trainer battles, which is why I'm currently rebuilding my game, my previous one from the ground up, because I've been working on this game for ages, but I had to but I'm starting it again just because of the trainers, follow a Pokemon, modern Pokemon. It's got all the new things. We'll pass the party file into an actual party, so Pori function does it. Not Pori function. Pori function is just for scripting the .poris. I believe they have. I think they've got some Python scripts that go through and convert it into what's usable. Where is it? I searched this guy. We'll be able to see it because it converts it into this. This is what the game actually reads, and this is what's converted from these. So here you go. Trainers and the trainer battle to find competitive syntax, compatible showdown export, which is amazing. You start it with this. It gives you the details on how to use it, required fields, optional fields, and all that, which is brilliant. Such a cool thing. And then it gets converted into this. If we get to the top, you can see do not modify this. Auto-generate from trainers.party. If you want to modify this file, competitive syntax to false, you have to go to this place. So I think they've got some Python script, which is basically is going to read through this and convert it into your more standard C objects. It's very clever. So many files with unchanged changes. I know, the reason I've got unsaved changes at the moment is because when you change a flag, it refreshes the maps, and I just wanted to make some changes to this. I wanted to finish what I was doing here, so I didn't lose my changes. So I need to make sure I save all my maps, to then save everything, so the flag will then reload my project. It's a really annoying thing. So are there any ROMs where you can get Alakazam and Gengar without trading? There's loads. This ROM you do not need trading. There's an item called the linking cable, linking cord, and use that as you would a stone, and you'll be able to evolve your Pokemon. Great got there, considering how low level stuff gets converted. Exactly. They've been working on this for a long time. Esoteric, thanks for the follow, bud. They've been working this for years, and like the amount of work some very clever people are doing to make it readable, adding in some amazing changes. It's just so good. And there's 2 versions of Pokemon Emerald Decomp. So you've got the base game, which is just Emerald as it is. Then you've got expansion, which is what I'm using. The guys who built making expansion are incredible because it's got all the modern Pokemon. You've got configs to turn things off, turn things on. To say like, I want to have Gen 4 mechanics, I want to have Gen 6 mechanics, I want to have Gen 3. You can mix and match them. They've added in level caps. So I had custom coded level caps. Now they've got a much better version than I had with like different versions of it. You've got really easy ways to add new abilities and really nice to add moves. And I think even when you create a TM now, you add it to a list, and it automatically it will get the list of what Pokemon can learn that move from the latest game, and then automatically add it to all of its TM learnable lists. So you don't have to go in like you used to have to. It's like you make the TM, then you have to give a list of Pokemon to add it, and yet every single one you have to go and add it in, which was a ball ache. Now it's just like, oh no, we've got a Python script that'll just do that for us. It's brilliant. What am I, 3x3 gap in the middle? Can we add a mid item? Bottom right has a 3x3. Ah, yes we can. Let me just finish what I was doing at the moment. So we got this guy. I want him to wander around. Oh, I'm going to have him spin. I'm going to make him a spinner. Look around. So he's going to look around. He's going to have a view of 4. And there. Let me just... So we save everything. And then I need to save all my scripts. So we go into my scripts. Save all of these. I know you can't see it. I haven't hit the button. And then when I come back to here, I'm just going to refresh it. Yeah, so... I do need to... I need to work out on this train as well. I'll talk about her in a second. But yes, hidden items are quite cool. But what I'm going to do for now is I'm going to copy hidden items from existing maps. I always find it better. So you can build things from complete scratch. But because there's so much already there, I tend to copy things across to make sure I just don't have to do everything from scratch. Why not use code? So here we have a hidden item. So we're going to copy that one, delete it from this map, save it. We're going to go back to our Mahogany Hills. We're going to paste it in. We need to make it visible on our screen because currently it's off the world. Here it is. So what item do we want? Currently it's an antidote. Antidote seems a bit crap, I think. What item do you want to hide there? Hey Wesleyan, what's up dude? Have you been absent for a while or did I just... I've been so absent. Summer hit and I don't like streaming in summer because it's hot and horrible, so I sort of stopped, and it was difficult to get back into. I stopped doing it. I was getting really fed up with VSG because I wanted to make. I was making custom maps. It was like, well, I don't want to make custom maps for VSG. I wanted to make custom maps for my own region, and that I just got a bit pissed off with it. And then TikTok kept kicking me out of the creator program for unoriginal content. And it was just like, oh, it's because you're making Pokemon, despite it's me making like custom Pokemon games. So I was to and froing with them, and it just took the wind out of my sails. And I've just been sort of like, whatever, given up. We're just gonna get back into do it and start this. And I'm gonna do basic videos. I'm not gonna bother doing quality videos anymore, and just do this. Yeah, Miracle Seed is a great choice, so we'll do that. Okay, so we just want to change the thing. Hey, Bravo, thanks for the follow, bud. Yeah, so I'm going to, with this new series, I'm going to try my best to keep up on it and do one a day. You're going to see a massive drop in the quality, but I'll just be releasing it and doing more calmer conversations. Thanks for the follow, Seraphim. So if you like me just rambling about what I'm doing, then yeah, check them out. I'm going to be releasing this game once a week, so I would love as much feedback and bug fixing you guys can find, but I'm going to try and make it in a decent way so you can keep using your saves and develop the game as we go. But I'm just excited to be back to it because streaming last week, talking about the what I've got and all the ideas I have, it's just like, well, I want to get back doing it all. That's the fun part. And if I'm not coding, then I want to be coding. So I'm getting all those ideas going again, seeing what we can do. And I'm just liking the way Pokemon have been going. I was looking at making a full game myself, and I've actually got some really cool engine that I've bought to make custom style Pokemon games, so like in Gold, Silver, Crystal. So when I finish this, I might look at making my own game, which will be good. And it's not going to be from the ground up, which will save us a lot of time. Okay, so we've got the Miracle Seed in. Right, so this trainer here. So how hard and how long does it take an individual mon? Adding a Pokemon is quite a pain. So if I had the artwork, you've got to. I could probably add a new Pokemon. Probably take me between 30 minutes to an hour, depending if it's a new form or like a brand new Pokemon. Because there's a lot, because you got to add all of its things and balance it up, and there's all these little points you got to point to. It's not really difficult, it's just time consuming. Because I did it loads when I was doing the crystal forms, and I'm probably going to add the crystal forms into this because I love the crystal Pokemon idea we had running. So if we go into, like, let's look at Alakazam, for example. You've got to define it here, which isn't too bad. Not there. You've got to. This is like, what's it sound like? So you've got to work that out. You've got to add it into. You got to add its details here. So, for example, Alakazam Mega. You got to give it stats. So making this is really nice and easy. Just define its stats. What moves has it got? If you want to make changes to abilities, that's not too difficult to do. But you got to say its number, you got to create its cry, you got to define all its thing, and you got to make sure these all fit. This is not as easy as just copying something in. Like, it's not, again, it's not hard things, it's just time consuming. It's C++, Wesleyan. Would you add a floating hot air balloon anywhere for Team Rocket? Kyle, if you make the script, if you make the artwork, I'll do it. Can't wait to watch this through when I can. Brilliant ad. Yeah, it'll be available obviously once I finish tonight, and you can just watch and do it on your own time. It'd be great for my watch time, so I can get partnered on YouTube, because we're about, I think, 400 out of like 3,000. Yeah, okay. If there's any like custom artwork you need, like adding that. If you send me the artwork, I will add it. I think it'd be quite cool, but yeah, I'd have to we either make the sprite or make some custom tiles for that, which I can't do, so I've been avoiding a lot of that. I've tried it in the past and it's horrible. Well, I'm horrible at it. So yeah, this trainer here, she is, put it lightly, she's a bitch. She is going to be a tough fight. And this item here has TM34 in it. So this is, I believe it's a Shockwave. Shockwave is a never miss electric move. If you finish the quest relating to this girl, you I may need to fix some code for that. If you finish her script, you get an electric gem. Paired with this, it'll be very helpful for the first gym, which is a flying type. But to get it, you have to beat her, and she is an optional choice. I'm going to make her difficult. You're going to have 6 Pokemon. They're going to be level 13s with a level cap's 15, so she'll be like 12, 13, so she'll be tough. And if you beat her, you get a good reward. So if anyone's got an idea on what that team could be, we'll start working that in a minute. Of course, if you don't want to battle her, like in a Nuzlocke, and maybe you think you got a good enough team, you've got a Roggenrola, maybe a Geodude, you've got Dwebble, you can probably avoid her. You get Dwebble early on, you get Rock Blast, that pretty much will sweep the gym. Or you can just, once you beat the gym, you'll be able to get access to a saw. I'm adding I'm not going to have HMs in the game, I think. I'm going to use, once you beat the gym, you're going to get an item which you can use instead to cut things. Because when you beat the first gym, you'll get a saw, which will let you cut this down, and then you can just go get it. I'm going to have a lot of these options where you can do, like, risk your early run to go for it, or then get rewarded, or you come back later safer. So we need to create. Oh, Bow, you never gave me your what text you want in the game. You can't make it harder than the gym, otherwise Pokemon just spin for. Exactly. So the gym is going to be level capped at 15. She's going to be 12, 13. So she's a couple of levels lower than the gym, but her difficulty is going to be more variety. It's going to be more like, she's going to have a bit of range of Pokemon. She's not going to have like access to like a Ghastly with Shadow Ball, because I don't want it. It's not a hard gym. We're not looking at like Run and Bun, Kaizo levels of difficulty. We're looking at more. We're looking at it being more difficult than the standard games. So I want to say like normal Pokemon's difficulty of 4. Let's make this difficulty of 6, with these tougher fights being a 7, maybe an 8. Have you played Pokemon Ultraviolet before? I have not. What is it? And will I not hate it? So Bow's, I think, is left, so we're gonna just leave the text undone at the moment, and I'll come back to this later. Like I said, writing the writing words for me is a terrible thing, and if I try and do it while I'm somewhat trying to talk to you guys, I will not be able to. Make a rich girl with each starter. There's 9 starters, so it doesn't really work. I'll give it a look, bud. Fire red and you catch all 3 starting Pokemon. Oh, okay. I thought it was like a violet hack. I haven't added... So currently you cannot get any of the starters. Yeah, so Jay, the starters in this game are Birch Case. I think it's in here. Species. Yeah, so we currently have Mudkip, Trico, and Torchic. Oh, I realised I'm not in here. Mudkip, Trico, and Torchic, which are going to be removed. I'm going to alter these. Main starters are Chikorita, Totodile, and Cynical, which have been changed. So there's Grass Fairy, Water Dark, Fire Ground to adapt them a bit. Pichu and Eevee. And this one I need to work on the code, but this will be random. So every run, this will be a completely different one. Yeah, that is that big case. So this is a brilliant branch. I didn't make all of that. Like, there's a branch someone's done, which is great. It's only 51 plus. That sounds quite cool. Make it Eevee Gale of multiple evolutions are far too powerful at this point. Thanks for the follow, bud. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the view. Or the view, or what we're doing. Yes, the problem with evolutions is they are very strong. So I think I want to avoid them. I'm going to have an evolution. I have in... So after you go through the forest, you make your way up the mountain and across. And then there's quite a large town. So I keep hitting my microphone. In that town is a school. And this is going to teach you a few more things. It's going to lead to a repeatable tournament, which will be a good way to get some rewards. Gives you something extra to do. So it's got 4 rooms on it. And if you beat all of those, you can then do the tournament. One of those rooms is about evolutions, and that will give you it will give you an Eevee, and that will have a lot of evolutions in it. I think the 4 rooms are like moves, items, forms, and evolutions. So you'll start. So it's sort of a tutorial area for people to learn some of the ins and outs. We're talking about like moves interacting with each other, like rollout getting boosted when you use Defense Curl. Using Soak and then an electric move on a ground type to make it weak to an electric move. And then like certain items being boosted with certain Pokemon. That's the thing the school's going to teach. It's sort of hidden things. Plus, try and make it worthwhile for the player by having cool items and stuff to get. And there'll be some cool rewards there. Right, we're working on making her. So script. Battle, Mahogany Hills, Tough Child. So I can actually dig out what I had previously, because I have got my old code open. And because I'm not rebuilding this directly from scratch, I have got a lot of things I can lean on to help me. We go into this. I know you can't see what's going on, but so previously, this trainer had a Jigglypuff, a Pikachu, a Squirtle, a Charmander, a Weasel, and a Mimikyu. Mimikyu is far too powerful, so we're not doing that. I don't know why I had that. Squirtle, Charmander, good work. Pikachu, I need to actually change how Pikachu evolves. Pichu works, yeah. I think a Pichu is a good idea. I'm going to change how Pikachu evolves, because I don't know about you, but I personally despise friendship evolutions. They give nothing to... They never give nothing to a modern game. They were fine back in the day, it was a cool mechanic, but I mean, all you're doing from a friendship evolution is running around and fast forward for a little while until you can get it all stuffing full of berries, evolving at once. It's the difference between like 1 level and 2 levels. Like if you can get a Zubat in a modern game, you should have a Crobat by level 23. It makes Nuzlocke ridiculous. So I'm actually going to convert all friendship evolutions into a level evolution or certain items. Where's this evolution? Yeah, so you can see here it needs Evo by friendship, and then it goes into Pikachu. We don't want that. We want Evo level. We're going to make it... What do we think? 15 or 16? Pichu, the level cap is 15. Pichu or Pikachu for the first gym? Because you can actually have a start with a Pichu. I think with special attack of 30, we're gonna make it 15. So you can actually get a Pikachu for the first gym, because otherwise you're gonna struggle. I can get in Spiky and Pichu as well. Match other starters. That would be 16. The other starters won't evolve until after the gym. One of the things I like when I play RPGs is really feeling that sense of progression and using things. I hate when you get something and it's just like, oh, outclassed instantly, or you don't get a chance to really utilize it, because when it gets to the point it's sort of gone. Especially in Pokemon games where you get Pokemon, you can't use its first form because it's just instantly there to be evolution fodder. Especially in like the early game. So this first gym is going to be balanced around you having first evolutions, minus maybe a few things might evolve there. Like I don't know what evolves. I know some of the bugs will, but you won't really want the bugs in the battle. So Mahogany, what's the time? Oh, I'm double check my wife's still doing. I got a message from my wife 20 minutes ago, which I missed. New Pokemon games bother me by having wild level 60s makes sense. The worst thing about that is it's such a random number. It's why I'm not doing scaling wild Pokemon. I looked at doing it, but I'm not doing scaling Pokemon because you lose control as a developer on what it is. I'd much rather you catch your Pokemon a lower level. You don't need a high enough level to get decent XP about it and make it worthwhile, but low enough level that, you know, it's still going to get a bit of use. But yeah, just getting level 60 is like, that's fine at the end game. Right, what have we got? We've got about another 20 minutes before I'm going to go, because my wife's on the way home. Out. Right, she's hungry, as she always is. So we got... So we need to set up the intros. So it's enough trainer. I'm going to do all the text sometime. I need to spend a bit of time and edit the videos for next week because I'm away next week. I'm traveling for work, so I'm not going to be taking my laptop to play. I'm going to be playing or to be coding. I'm going to be playing either we're going to be playing Yu-Gi-Oh! In the card shop on the Monday, or I'm going to be playing Elden Ring DLC on my Steam Deck. Raised and evolved the Gardevoir from level 5 to 50 and then caught level 6. But the thing is, that's really not going to... that when you catch one in the wild, it may be a higher level, but it's not got the EVs you've put on it. I don't mind travelling for work. It's not the worst thing in the world. It just sucks because I'm literally going to the other end of the country. I live on the south. I'm heading to the north. It's a long way, so it's like 7.5 hours. I'll leave early, and then I get there literally for the evening, and then I get back really late on Wednesday. But you know, I got the work credit card, so I get to have some decent meals. Makes things which is good. Okay. And yeah, there's a card shop around the corner, so I'll go in there. Maybe play some Yu-Gi-Oh! Maybe buy some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. One day I'll get a camera so we can actually stream Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I'd love to do Yu-Gi-Oh! Streaming, especially with how bad we are. Who knows? But exactly. Plus I get a decent per diem. So I don't know where I'm going to go for food tomorrow, Monday, but I'm going out for a Greek meal I've booked my team in for, which is going to be really good. So she's a youngster. I believe there's a youngster. The youngster female? Female. Got Pokemon Breeder, Team Aquas, Admin, Hex, Aroma Ladies, Tubers. There's a smarter way of doing this, Rob. Trainer class. Boom, list of trainer classes. System Bro. I can't remember. Lady, Beauty, Rich Boy. What? There's one I'm thinking of. School Kid. Yeah, that's maybe we'll just have School Kid. That works. We've got School Kid. School Kid. Next. School Kid. Female. And she's actually going to talk. We're going to get her to talk about the school where she learned how to be a good battler. And then we want to do our team. So we're going to have our level 12s. We're going to have, we said, a Pichu. I am going to give her some custom moves to really show the difference. So Pichu. I'm not going to give her. We'll give her a Squirtle because we've already got one with. We've already got someone with Charmander and somebody with. We've got 2 Bulbasaurs already. Squirtle. Oh, we don't need Weasel then. Where's my list of what she previously had? Where's my. There it is. Make that smaller so I can actually the difference. We had. Move over there. Jigglypuff. Could be good. Was the original code using variable names or was it decompiled translated? The original code was. We don't know the original code. When it's decompiled, you see. Have I got an example of it? If I had. I used to have a non-fully decompiled game, but basically it's a load of. You see a load of points and they're unnamed. They're not like in Japanese or anything. It's just. They're probably just numbers. What people do is they read through those, and then try and make sense of them and rewrite them into a human readable way and into English. So you wouldn't open it up and it'd be like it wouldn't say something like Pokeball script for catching. It would say just like 005T78 or something. It's kind of manually done. So yeah, so they don't break it. They don't like recode it from scratch. They take it down. They decompile it by running it through some decompilers. The decompilers can't give human readable language. I don't think. So Jigglypuff. I should do it in small letters. Jigglypuff. Pikachu, Squirtle. Yeah. Oh, I know what would be a great Pokemon to put in here. Dustox. Dustox is a beast to beat early on and to use early on. I think about C# a few times. It's nice when it keeps available. Yeah, I mean, if I definitely don't think this would have. I don't know if it probably wasn't even running on C. I know in the big leak, they actually found the tools they used to create Emerald, and they're very similar to what we use. They're worse. Obviously, the ones we got now are better. Okay. We have two more Pokemon, and then I'll probably kill the stream here as my wife turns up. And when I end the stream, I'm going to compile this, and I will put this. This will be available to play from our Discord. What are your main language used? What does the S mean? Which S? What S are you on about? Oh, I've just realised I'm not showing the right screen. Oh, sorry. The S stands for is a hidden item. Is a script. So it's a hidden item, or the item for, or the script you use to go into a secret base. What accounts are we putting in this area? I'll show you the accounts we've got in this area. So my main languages at work are Java. Well, I'm a Java developer, but I'm currently using Scala for work. So this area is our first forest. You have Caterpie, Weedle, Wurmple, Grubbin, Venonat, Puchiana, Squavit, Pineco, Nincada, Pichu, and a rare chance of getting Pichu spiky-eared. I'm very likely to remove Caterpie and Weedle and add something else because that seems a bit too bugged. How do I feel about Kotlin? Never used it. I think it's got its uses. It runs on a JVM. Anything that runs on a JVM is a positive to me because having something where you code once and deploy everywhere is brilliant. It's why we use Scala at my current project, and it's why I like using Java. Yeah, it has all its issues, but the JVM is amazing. Anything that allows you to utilize that, I'm all for. I'm trying to think of the last few Pokemon we can pop in. Okay, I think I'm going to end it here because my brain has just turned off with a promise of food when my wife comes home. So I'm going to go. I'm going to get some food. I will tidy up a little bit of code and I'm going to compile this. And if you join our Discord, which you can find in our profile, you can download it, see changes up to date, and the series will continue on Monday. Otherwise, yeah, have a good time. If it's a double battle, you can start with minimum plus. It's not a double battle because the reason I don't use double battles for required fights is because they are skippable. If you only have one Pokemon, it becomes an optional fight. So yeah. But minimum plus are too powerful this area. Maybe post Gym 1 we'll have it. Cole, drop a follow. I'm just finishing off, but yeah, I'm doing all the process. You can watch it all on our TikTok or YouTube, and you can see how we do it. But I'm just going to go because if you keep talking, I'm going to keep talking, and it will never end. So have a good evening all, and enjoy your time.